This morning, we are honoring the life and legacy of Ivana Trump, who has died at the age of 73. Ivana, known as a successful businesswoman and fixture of the New York social scene. She was the first wife of President Donald Trump and mother to Don Jr., Ivanka, and Eric.
Her daughter-in-law and Fox News contributor Lara Trump is here to share more about Ivana's incredible life. Good morning to you. Thank you so much for coming on. We're so sorry for your loss. Your husband, Eric, posted this on Instagram. I just thought it was such a beautiful tribute. He said, "Our mother was an incredible woman, a force in business, a world-class athlete, a radiant beauty, a caring mother and friend. Ivana Trump was a survivor. She fled from communism and embraced this country. She taught her children about grit and toughness, compassion and determination. She will be missed dearly by her mother, her 3 children, and 10 grandchildren." Lara, how are you doing this morning? How is Eric, his siblings, the rest of the family, and what would you like to share about your mother-in-law?
Well, thank you, guys. Obviously, a tough day for all of us in the family yesterday, and she was an incredible woman. You know, we'll all get through this. There are, unfortunately, so many people that have had to deal with situations like this, and you come together as a family. But, you know, you just read a little bit about her. She grew up behind the Iron Curtain in communist Czechoslovakia and was really only able to escape because she was a world-class skier. She came to America ultimately, and I can tell you there was no one that cherished this country more than she did. She truly appreciated America because she understood how lucky we were to be here. She obviously met my father-in-law, Donald Trump, here in New York City, and not only were they partners in life, they were partners in business. She is credited with restoring glory to places like the Plaza Hotel. She managed the casinos and hotels in Atlantic City. It was obviously an incredible businesswoman, but I can tell you that the title and the role that she cherished most was that of mom to my husband, to my brother-in-law and sister-in-law. And you know, she was a tough love type of mom. She made sure they had great manners, and she took, I think, how she grew up in Czechoslovakia and instilled it in them and gave them the strength and resiliency that they all have. And a lot of people always note that about my husband and his siblings, that they are very strong individuals. A lot of people think that's because they have a tough dad. That's part of it. They also had an incredibly tough mom. And then, you know, you look on to how inspirational she was for women after her divorce from my father-in-law. And so many women up until her death really looked at her as a pillar of strength for women everywhere and inspiration. So obviously it's a big loss for us as a family, but just a true loss everywhere, I think, for women, because so many people looked up to her.
Yeah, well said.
As you look back upon her life, is there a favorite memory that stands out to you?
Well, she was incredibly funny and witty, and no one could tell a joke quite like she could. And so I have incredible memories of some lunches that my husband and I had with her in New York. And it's incredible because everywhere she went, everyone knew her, from the wait staff to the managers of the restaurant to, you know, the busboys at these restaurants, because she was so kind and thoughtful everywhere she went. And she always seemed to make people smile and laugh. And I think if you talk to people that lived in her neighborhood, they would tell you that she was always kind and thoughtful and interacted with everyone. And so I obviously have great memories of that, memories of her with my children, who unfortunately won't get to know her as they grow up. But, you know, we will cherish those memories forever, for sure.
We're showing a picture right now. We just showed it of you, Ivana, and your son in a stroller when he was really little. What was it like meeting her for the first time? I know that when I met my in-laws for the first time when I was just dating my husband, it's a little scary because you want to make a good impression. When you're meeting the Trump family for the first time, that must be something else entirely.
Yeah. No, that is true. It's always nerve-wracking to meet who might be your future in-laws when their names are Donald Trump and Ivana Trump. I can tell you it is a whole different ball game. But I knew her, and I had such incredible respect for her before I met her. So obviously I was very nervous. But again, her wit and her charm and her general character and sensibility really did put me at ease. And you know, she welcomed me into the family with such open arms that any any daughter-in-law would be lucky to have felt the love that she showed me. So definitely nerve-wracking beforehand, but I was very happy afterwards to have met her when it happened.
You mentioned the people that interacted with her, and I always find that in a time of somebody's passing, it really is those stories of how one interacted with the people around them that always stand out, how they treated other people. And it sounds, based upon what you're saying, that she was one of those people that just treated all the people around her with such grace and such kindness that they couldn't help but love her.
Yeah, it's so true, and that is a true testament to one's character, after all. And I can tell you, New York City will never be the same without Ivana Trump. You know, not only was she known in her neighborhood, she was known throughout the city. She was an incredible socialite. You know, she would be seen everywhere, from fashion shows to, you know, openings on Broadway, and it is a true loss. She will be truly missed. But I think those who will miss her the most, aside from her family, are the people in her neighborhood there.
Yeah. Well, Donald Trump also released a statement about this on Truth Social, saying announcing the sad news to those who loved her, and he said there were many. Thank you so much for joining us. She's smiling down at the touching tribute that you gave her this morning. We know that for sure. Lara Trump, God bless you and your family in this tough time.
Thank you.